Right. So you've been putting a little bit more time recently, but like over time since, I mean, what, December? Wait, let me look.
Yeah.
No, November, right? Bronze to plat in 9 months.
Yeah.
It's great. That's great. I mean, you've essentially gone from a pretty, I mean, let's be honest here. Okay, you're bad at Overwatch
Yeah.
to being not only average, but technically good. Like you're above average now. Like you're good at the game, and that's really really impressive, and especially for the amount of time that you're putting in holistically over that period of time. That's been great, and I think that's reflected in at least in our reviews. I don't know how that's been feeling like on a game to game basis, but I remember bronze, I remember silver, I remember the replay review we did on what was it? It was Suruvasa, yeah. And I remember like the consistent and steady improvement during that time, and it's obviously reflecting in your rank. I mean, it's not like you blew up, but you've made consistent and careful progress, and that's good.
Yeah.
Even in your form, I want to find out what's keeping me from platinum. Well, you did it. You did it. You know, even if you peaking in platinum, like that's still a huge accomplishment. And even if you were to drop, like let's say back to gold 2, you still peaked higher than you ever have before. So let's talk about like the things. Like I'm gonna approach this a little bit differently from some of my other reviews. Maybe what things do you really can sink your teeth in that you have changed from bronze to now? What's been different?
Yeah.
What do you do better? What do you understand better? What do you think?
I feel like it's I've tried to like boil down what I think about on a game to game basis to like 3 different things.
Okay.
So I'm like kind of only focusing on like 3 things in a game, and then I kind of like let other techniques and stuff kind of flow more intuitively. I've been trying to deny angles rather than take angles, and like play more as like a counter dive tank rather than a dive tank, and not
Yep.
and look to peel more than actually like diving. I kind of like back to like our first review, like we talked about like D.Va kind of being the mediumest of all tanks. It's like, well, that also means I'm like not really good at like the D.Va's not very good at like most of the things that other tanks do better. So it's like I'm gonna be slower in a dive than Winston, so maybe not dive Winston's backline, but look to peel when he dives mine.
Sure. Sure.
And kind of like looking more to counterplay and being a little bit more reactive,
Yeah.
rather than proactive and trying to make my own things happen. Just
Right,
kinda see where
right.
the game's going.
Yeah. Of course. I think the key thing for you is it's just like you're playing this jack of all trades tank, essentially. Like you're not bad in the brawl, you're not bad in the dive. You're just basically playing your own short angles and seeing what's happening, right? You might run into a tank, you might run into a DPS, you might run into a support. And I feel like that's probably going to be the reflection of what we're going to look at today. Because that's the reflection of most of what I look at and D.Va play. Now, I will say one thing that concerned me in our Suruvasa review was how much worse your mechanics were in comparison to everything else.
Yeah.
Has that improved? Have you been able to evaluate and improve that? I think it was, I don't remember if it was like a setting. I remember we talked a little bit about Vaxta, your console sensitivity. I don't know if that's changed. How has that looked like since then?
I think you probably will see some improvement. I feel like it's improved. So I think I mentioned it. I've dropped my brother's channel in your streams a couple times before when people ask about console settings.
Yeah.
My brother like looks up like kind of figures out how aim assist works and calculates, optimal settings. And so we were actually all of us were actually just trying out new settings. And I was actually on 100 sensitivity with those settings, and it was still taking a while to get used to. But now I feel like I fully adjusted to where like anything less feels slow and mushy and clunky.
Okay, so it's just been basically an adjustment period of time, and then you're cooking.
Yeah, like a brain calibration period, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Still not perfect mechanics, but I think it definitely feels better.
Yeah, of course. Now, I want to like hash on one thing really fast because I felt like I was really annoyed at the time because we didn't get a chance to talk about it. So I want to like talk about it now. So Vaxta. Let's talk about Vaxta. So basically how it would reflect in your training specifically with D.Va. And I don't know how much experimentation you've done with it since that session. It's only been a few weeks.
I've been using it pretty frequently.
Okay. So basically what I would recommend is there's like 2 different ways of like practicing this. There's really a lot of ways to practice backstep, but these are just a couple of things you can do. One is just to take your hand off of to not use your left, thumb to move at all, and just find a target and shoot the target. Now, what you're noticing that I'm doing here is because I have infinite ammo, I'm just kind of holding it down, but don't let yourself get lazy with it, right? Constantly evaluate, okay, where is the target? Where is the target? And you're going to mess this up a lot. And I'm always prioritizing the closer targets, but heck, you could even do this at longer range as well. I wouldn't recommend it, but I would find a target, put yourself close to target, and then take your hand off the thing. And basically, this is just half of the mechanical side of things.
Okay.
Then what you do is you just kind of start these slow strafes back and forth. Just whatever feels comfortable, right? A little bit of movement. And you're just focusing on locking down that target, okay? Then the last one, and this is where we practice our combos, is you're going to booster, shoot, missiles, cancel boosters. So I'm going to come in here, missiles, and I'm going to cancel my shot and basically lock them down there. And the reason why I'm being very attentive to when I'm canceling my boosters is most divas over booster. They'll go through this and they'll lose a target and they're like, right? Don't do that, right? Once you get the booster boop right here, so let's get it here, bam, let go of the boosters, and this is your effective range anyway. You don't need to get closer than that.
Right.
Now, my mechanics are quite bad, but this is exactly how you would practice mechanics. And notice I'm only using my boosters once I get up close. I'm never going I'm going for this Mercy, this Mercy. You're going to miss all of your missiles. So what you do is you wait till you're about 10 meters, then open, and I'm canceling it. And there you go. That's what you need to be practicing. Yep. And I would do is I would drill these for indeterminate periods of time until you until you feel relatively warm. But I would avoid doing for too long, I would say, because it gets pretty boring. I might do this just the aim version for a minute or two, the movement and aim version for maybe a minute or two, and then maybe practice your combos for a minute or two, right? You got a timer in the top left. You see the orange number at the top left of your screen, the timer. Yep. Just use that. Maybe go 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you're feeling like, and then that's more than enough. On days you're I just want to get into ranked, do a minute each. When days you're feeling hey, this is kind of chill, I'm just kind of getting my combos here, there I over boosted, then go for a longer, right? It's up to you. That's what I would practice. Now, the one thing that you're missing here, a really, really, really important thing that you're missing, which you really can only effectively practice in ranked, is you notice that I'm strictly thinking offensively. If I'm diving this Cassidy, what do I need to be thinking about if he's a real Cassidy?
Matrix, his 6-shot Matrix, his grenade, all that. Right, exactly.
Same thing with Ana, same thing with Echo with sticky, stuff like that. So what you might want to do is you could practice this in here, but it's really not great, but you can. Would be, I'm going to close the distance with Matrix and then shoot once I'm in point blank range. So I might go here, Matrix, then transition to missiles and shot, and this kind of a way of approaching things. Because if you think about it, why shoot when you're closing a distance on a Cassidy? Because he's going to be so far away, you're not going to be doing any damage to him anyway, right? So if I'm closing distance on this Ana, there's no real point shooting while I'm doing that, because you could look at the numbers. It's 20 damage. It's pointless. But I might like that, and then flash my Matrix again, and then finish her off, right? You want to be a lot more deliberate than that. You don't want to be like a robot just automatically matrixing, but it's just something that you can practice. So close the distance with Matrix and damage, or Matrix and boosters, then shoot and missiles, and just practice your tracking. Those are your combos.
Cool.
Okay. I'm looking through form here. I don't think there's anything else from the form. I guess since our last session, have any questions come up?
Not really. I guess maybe I'm kind of experimenting with just this 3-step process of looking to deny angles rather than take angles. Looking to peel rather than dive, and looking to just use my ult as a second life, and then exploring the context in which those things change based off of my comp and the team's comp. So I guess kind of would some, fact checking on my on that for me. Is that the right way to approach it? When do I need to not do that? Kind of those kind of questions.
Let me get you straight with one mentality shift that you have to understand. You should not be purposefully trying to peel.
Okay.
You should not be purposefully trying to dive. You should instead just focus on doing what's convenient from a good position. Okay. What probably was happening is that because you were so locked into diving, you were forcing yourself into bad angles and maybe reaching, trying to reach people that were too far away. So when you're okay, this isn't working, I'm going to focus more on peeling. That's not better in terms of strategy, but it probably ended up working out more because the stuff that you were peeling was just closer to you.
Okay.
Which is what D.Va wants. Like that's the restriction of D.Va versus the other dive tanks. She's just a lot slower and a lot more close range. So essentially what you did is you kind of accidentally discovered a truth, but then didn't recognize it as a truth about D.Va.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is
that's perfect. Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll talk about what position should you have set up from this position, and you'll notice that we're not even really asking like what should you do from. It's just obvious what you should do. Like it really is. Whether and it might be peeling, it might be diving. I don't know. Like, but it will be obvious from whatever we're looking at here. So, any other questions?
No, that's kind of the main one. Is like the default mental mode that I need to be in. With D.Va.
I would say default mental mode would be offensive pressure, but the question would be like, what's the best position for me to be able to put out offensive pressure? And don't really worry so much about like tank versus backline or whatever. Okay, what code do you want to start with here? We got two.
I just took a bite of food. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's fine. That's fine. What are you eating? I gotta ask.
I just made some hamburger helper.
That sounds delicious. All right. Which one should we go with?
Probably the first one, the PZV one.
All right, let's do it. Why this code?
And I actually need to. I'm gonna check and see which map that was in. Both of the codes that I sent you were losses. Okay, yeah. This one, it felt like we were dominating, and then we lost in the last round, and I'm like, what happened, basically? You know.
Do you have some drift going on here? You notice that?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
That's intentional. Aim assist is always active if you have stick drift.
Gotcha. Interesting. This guy's just like life hacking everything. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a great map to look at because like it's really going to be about like these really like tight off angles and putting frontline pressure most of the time. So then like with where your team is situated, what's kind of like your position here? Like your default position with where your team is situated?
I like the stairs. Just playing behind cover, it's my short range. Looking up at that high ground in case my Juno gets a dove or like a Sombra or someone tries to go up there.
Yeah. I mean, reality, it's kind of just playing this corner here, playing this angle here, because you're like, this isn't an angle. Yes, it is. Where's your backline? Over here. Where are you? Over here. So when the enemy team turns, they either look at you or they look at your backline. If they look at your backline, you murder them. If they look at you, your backline murders them. And you can live a long time here. And then if things go south, you disengage. Now, the key thing here, and this is where I think they're going to be the linchpin for our conversation today. What do you shoot when you're here?
Anything that tries to poke around that corner.
That's it, right? It doesn't matter. I would love if it was a squishy, but it's probably going to be the enemy D.Va. You know what? That's fine. Win the HP trade. Eat her missiles, shoot her in the head. That's it. So like here, the problem I have here is more to do with when you're applying pressure, because this isn't really your effective range. In addition, you're not really getting assistance from your team, because where is your team kind of drawing the line here? Like, where are you guys taking this engagement?
They're kind of waiting for the rest of the team is waiting for the team to round the corner.
Right. So so it's here, not here. Now it might be here. If you've ever played with a teammate that wants to play here or wants to play here, then yeah, this is fine. But it's not. So then you're taking unnecessary damage to your armor. So who's winning the tank trade right now? Do you see it?
They are the D.Va.
They are.
The D.Vas. Yeah.
Right, and it's because she's doing nothing right now. She's waiting until something happens, and that's all you need to know here. Now this is good. And so why does this fail? Or not fail, but feel inappropriately bad. What do you see? Because the timing here is fine, right? Like your team is there to help you, but what's the problem here?
I think I kind of went in, right by this Junkrat and the tank right here, taking damage from the junk mostly, and then the D.Va turns around. Looking at it now, I think I'd prefer to just fly up onto this high ground and shoot them both from there.
Yeah, right. So you could have an angle, a short range angle here, but still not be like hard committing. The other thing that you could do here, and this is going to be revolutionary, because is just do nothing. Just stand right here and shoot.
Just stay right here.
Again, remember, do you have an angle here? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Is it a short range angle here? Yes, you do. Is it have cover? Yes. Is your team there to assist you? Yes. It's everything that you could possibly want with the D.Va position. So just stand here. So then What do you use your mobility for? Is the key question.
To get out if I need to.
Or
if I take too much damage.
Or
to dive.
Or to dive, right? So when do you dive is the question.
Probably as soon as this Junkrat and the D.Va go, like, commit in.
Yeah, get a little closer. Yeah. The other thing is like you're allowed to break the rules if you see an opportunity, right? If you see somebody's 1 HP, like I think that was kind of your cue there is that, oh, he's half, which ends up being the only reason that this even comes close to working. You kind of lose the junk. Now, by the way, your Vaxta code drill. Why do you lose the junk here?
I overshot him.
You overshot him,
he's going
right?
By him.
So he's behind you now, which is then also why you end up not really you actually matrix like almost no damage because you overshoot with your matrix and your boosters. So then it's a huge life grip and the dive ends up working, but just keep that in mind. Again, this is where you're probably finding more value peeling with D.Va because you're like, when you force dives on targets that are far away, instead of just playing your short range off angle, you're going to end up getting punished for that a lot. Mm-hmm. Like even now we have a problem because you're far away. You notice this?
Yeah.
So where do you need to be now? Where's your short range off angle? I think there's a couple of options here. What do you got?
I'm thinking stairs to the right.
Yep, fly here.
Yeah.
That's it. Fly here, sit here, pressure. If you get in trouble, you fly out. You're not going to die. You'll be fine. What's another option? Maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Maybe on the other, like where that cast is.
Yep, but get here. But get here. Yeah, it's not about diving the cast so much as just diving the position and getting this position locked down. Because if they all turn on you, you're going to full matrix, and what's your backline going to do?
Should try to support me or put some damage on him. Yeah.
That's it, right? That's it exactly. Heck, you could even walk there, right? Like kind of where you're walking right now. I respect it. You're using cover well. See, the thing is here is I actually really don't hate this. Like if you're able to, you still have a bit of an angle, right? Because where's your team?
They're kind of just a little bit behind me.
Right, but they're not just behind you, they're above you. Yeah, so where's the enemy team going to put their crosshair? That's kind of like what we want you to do. I still would prefer this staircase. I still would prefer this here, what you talked about earlier. But this is technically an off angle, right?
An angle,
Eat the missiles. The problem here is that I think I need you to be more aggressive in terms of the space at your control that's going to play your effective range, because this is too far.
Yeah.
Because you're going to take damage without actually doing any damage, and then also you lose vision. This is fine, you just wrong target.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the son of a gun's right there. You see him?
Yeah. Much easier kill on the Junkrat than on the D.Va.
So it's about basically playing short range off angles, not playing sniper D.Va, not playing on main, but not necessarily having to dive.
Yeah.
Okay, like right now you kind of force to dive, you're down a bunch, it's not going to work. Okay. Getting a bit of a stagger here. My days! Oh! No way! No way. Okay, that is terrifying. Okay. Short range off angle, where you got? Where you got? Let's say this bomb wasn't used just yet. Your team's gonna walk forward. Where's your angle gonna be?
It could be in that little square, like just next to the pedal. Got
some
cover
right here.
There.
You could go for tank. You could tank trade like right on this corner where the backline can't see you and just shoot their tank, right? Or you can even rat for a dive here, and not even a dive, just kind of like harass, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the thing is, it's weird to think of it as like the difference between you just shooting here and you shooting here or you shooting here is monstrous.
Yeah.
Because it's about splitting the enemy team's attention. It's about utilizing cover well, and you notice that we don't even have to really think about diving too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you were to dive, now is not a bad time to do it. Why?
Tank is still getting their remake back. I don't think we lost anybody to bomb. Oh, I think we did lose Lifeweaver.
Are you on a short range off angle right now?
Yeah.
Do you have Matrix? Do you have HP? Do you have boosters? Yes. Or very soon, yeah? But you also have bomb. You also have bomb.
That's true. Yeah.
You were very clever at setting this up. I want to praise this. Check this out. You didn't even go in directly. You went sneaked around the back. You see that? So you stuck around the back when everyone's distracted thinking about the bomb, and then Surprise.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is how, if you're going to clutch this fight, it's going to be from this right now. The only thing I want to see change, which I assume you're going to change, is who you're targeting from this position. You should not be shooting tank now. Why?
Because there's just easier targets.
That's it.
Mercy's been
That's
keeping
it.
people up. Yeah.
When you dive, you just shoot what's available. When you sit on front line, but on an off angle, you just shoot what's available. But if there is ever a squishy here and a tank here, you always choose the squishy.
Right.
The reason that you'll often tank trade is because you're like, well, I'm just going to off angle the tank. I'm not diving backline, in which case you just shoot the tank because everything else is far away. But right now, you're close to the Mercy, so get the Mercy or the Zen. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Good use of your Matrix here. And there it is. This is annoying, but this is very good. The only thing you needed to do here was try to have your missiles and damage onto not a diva. If you did that, you're cooking here. Because look at this. Look at the matrix value. Look at the HP value. I mean, honestly, you could have matrix even longer there, right? Like sit back there and matrix until you have no more matrix and fly out. But this is great. You were down 1. This fight is winnable, even though you were down 1. Look at that. Beautiful. Like really, really solid diva. You even your dive was clever. I want to go back to that because how did you dive backline? Once more.
I went snuck around the back and I went all the way up in the.
You snuck around the back and you got close, right? You snuck around the back and you got close. Compare that to your Junkrat dive on first. What's the difference?
Junkrat dive, I was I was over boostering, went past him, and then also just wrong target priority.
Well, it was okay, I think, because the junk was like half, but there was nothing. There's nothing subtle about it. It was just brute force, run it down their throat, run it down their throat. Lots of other options available, and like you said, you over boosted as well. See, this is like, okay, your Venture's dead, so it's like whatever. But call it off. Call it off as soon as you see your Venture dead. Because why? What's the distance with which you're trying to dive here?
Too far.
Too far. And you're not gonna get any follow up because your team is backing out. You see this?
Yeah.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
You're cooked. You might get demacked here. Okay, thank goodness.
Lifeweaver bailing me out.
Actually, some big pulls really from the Lifeweaver here. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing here. You could, with where your team's positioned, I'm gonna kind of like let this cook, but I want you to think about where you might want to fight right now. What do you think of this position here?
Too far. Yeah, it's not
too
my
far.
range.
So then, how do you close, or who do you close the distance on? Do you put pressure on this tank? What do you do?
I like that corner. Yeah, I think that might be it.
You could. Yeah, you could get the corner here. What if you wanted to go for a backline dive here? How would you do it?
The high ground right in front of me, I could start staging on that. I could booster up there.
Do you like this range?
It's okay. It's not like the best.
Okay.
I have some cover.
Okay. How about an angle that gets you even closer?
I could go through the door, or just go right. I could just go to the left, right over the barrier. Just boom.
You got me?
Yeah.
Why not? It's closer.
Yeah.
That's it. Do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you booster, it's direct, right? You're thinking about like, I'm gonna help my Venture out. You know what helps your Venture out? Butchering this backline from this angle here. I mean, you could even matrix your Venture if you'd like to, but like, come on, take it, right?
Yeah.
Good speed ring from your Juno there. And this is the kind of crap I freaking hate. Because this is the Junkrat, but even worse, because the Junkrat's on half HP. What do you need to do? I see you on the backline with your Venture here, right? And I understand why you're going. But what's the problem with this committal?
Too many supports are up.
Sure.
That May is a big problem for me.
Sure. So you're thinking about the heroes, okay? I don't want you to think about the heroes. I want you to think about the fundamentals of when you dive as Diva. How do you want to dive?
I guess another thing is like the other Diva's diving my backline.
Right. So why should you worry about the Diva? Why should you worry about the Diva versus instead of worrying about the backline?
Diva's the closer target. Easier.
And that's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
If you had the position, like you just did last fight, to fly up and over and flank around behind, then maybe this would be fine. I wouldn't even mind if you did that now, I guess. But you have somebody right in your face, and then even how you dive is just run it right down their throats again. You have to be, you have to be more creative with how you're. And there it is. You see it?
Yeah.
bam, right? Why do you think that diva was more successful peeling you than you were successful diving her backline?
Because I was a easier target for her.
And that's it, right? So she just prioritized what was closer. So the best thing you could do for your venture right now, honestly, is to just burn the diva. Because guess who's getting help now? Not the diva. Not the diva.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're all focusing on venture. You need to take priority of what's here. You can set up dives, but the dives need to be a consequence of convenience of a position that makes sense for you. This is too far. It's too far.
Yeah.
If I was playing Winston, maybe I go for that. You're not playing Winston, doesn't work. Where's the angle? What angle can you play here? Give me 2 options.
I like the angle where the cast is going back. I can
Crush
push him
him
back and then hold this. Yeah.
It's convenient, right? It's convenient. You got cover. You got resources. Give me another angle.
Same that we discussed before. That little square over there.
Yep. Get in here.
Yeah.
Get in here. You could pressure out the Zenyatta Mercy. Avoid the cast. Avoid the diva. The diva peels you back. Guess what? She's leaving space on main, and the cast isn't there either. It's just a matter of like, okay, see, this is gonna work because he's close. This is gonna work. You mess it up mechanically, but you cleared him out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot the cast. Yeah. Yep. Good use of your matrix. Good. Why is diving the Mei here good?
Well, one, I actually just kind of wanted to get in this angle, and then I noticed her there, and then I'm like, okay, she's gonna be a problem for the team. And also now she's isolated.
Right.
Healers can't see her. Tank's not gonna peel for her.
Once again, though, she's convenient, unbelievably convenient. She's right there. So you're gonna murder her. She's dead. She's in serious. You're at least gonna force ice block. You should have dealt with her. I know you're like, oh, Mei. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah.
You beat any 1v1 in this game. Anyone, as long as that target is close. She's there. Force her ice block. This fight was overall better, though, because everything just happened to be closer to you. Your skill as diva is to find those covers, find those angles that are close, and set up your own plays. Don't like let the enemy team kind of walk into you, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, no way she just did that. I know what she just did. Here it comes. Oh man, that might actually be pretty fat. It's so innocuous, you know, look at that. It's just a cute little, holy crap.
Yeah, man.
Oh, they had a lever, or they had a DC. Bomb's fine. So you're lucky. That would have been crippling, to say the least. Oh,
for sure. Yeah, I think they did come back. They must have like connection timed out or something.
Yeah. Okay. We'll we'll skip forward until they come back here. Okay, yeah, they're back. So what are you seeing so far? With how you're positioning, how you're approaching things, what needs to be done differently? What are some of the errors or things that you're doing not as well, and what things are you doing well, and so on?
Yeah, what you're saying is kind of eye-opening to me in that, like, I'm still trying to force some things that just shouldn't be forced, and like
forcing mean. Let's be specific. Like, let's not be like psychological about it.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I have boosters. I need to boost in and like dive the enemy backline all the way over yonder, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, yonder's the key word here, right?
Yeah. Instead of like sitting still and there's someone right in front of me, so I have cover, so I can just keep shooting him. Yeah.
The key thing here is there has to be, I want you to take the angle approach that you have from diving backline and apply it to front line. So the problem is that there's 2 types of divas. There's a type of divas that they just stand in front and just shoot. 0 angles, 0 flanking, 0 booster usage, just set up crossfires and die. They just stand there. Yeah. Then there's the divas that just 0 awareness. They just fly directly into the enemy backline, just diving in. Your job is to not be a diver. Your job is not to be a frontline brawler. You don't care. You're just like, where is a good close range angle where I can set up and apply pressure? I don't know if it's tank. I don't know if it's DPS. I'm going to be here. And like right now, is this a close range angle? No, it's not. But I don't hate this. I think this is a good try because you know what? It was a close range angle. It just isn't anymore. Because they saw you going, oh, frick, this diva's coming. Let's get away.
They all drop back,
So then you created space. The problem here is that you've done step 1. Where's the next close range angle for you to set up?
Back on the stairs right there.
Back on the stairs.
Probably.
Right? What if the Cassidy was way over here? What if the Cassidy was way over here? Where would be the next close range angle? Do you see it? This is hard.
Yeah, I could go either also the stairs on the left or into that door right there.
Yeah, exactly. You could get here. That would be a little bit riskier. But you could also just plop yourself right here. What can you do from this position? Can you do damage? Yes. Can you get matrix value? Yes. Are you establishing a crossfire with your team? Yes.
Yeah.
You see the value here? This is huge. And would you die here? No, zero chance. Zero chance. Not if you play your matrix right. Even if you get low, matrix, fly away. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. See, that's the difference. Like, what brawl tank can safely hold this? Not many. See, this is kind of where your mobility is useful. Because if things go south, you can fly away. A Reinhardt, Ram, it's just not quite as good. It's just not quite as good.
Yeah.
So the problem here is not that you're on an angle. I love the fact that you're trying to set up an angle. The problem is it's the wrong angle because it's just too far. And this is what makes D.Va challenging is you can't memorize angles. You have to look at the enemy team and take what's given. This angle might work if they're holding close. It will work, but they're not holding close anymore. So then what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, I gotta get close.
And I can tell you're thinking about it. You're like, man, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So what's the next step? Let's say that your Pharah is not dead. What's the next angle?
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about those stairs right there. That little notch.
It's the play for sure. It's the play for sure.
Oh, hey, I'm going to the.
It's not bad, right? Right.
Yeah,
Look at their attention and look at where your team is. Now you're down one, so I don't know if they're going to get as much punish. But yeah, look at that. Good job. Now don't back here though. Go back. Put, and then zoom right, and then again close range angle. Now you notice, is this a quote unquote dive angle or is this a frontline angle?
The stairs over here.
From where we're at right here. Yeah. From where we're at right here. Yeah.
This is like a dive angle.
Right.
I feel like.
But are we doing a dive angle because we should be diving as D.Va? Or are we just doing a dive angle because this position's pretty cool?
It's the right angle, yeah.
Right. It's just a position. I don't care if this is a dive angle, right? I just like this position. Period. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm letting my position dictate my target priority, not the other way around. So like right now, you need to go, not just because your venture's here, but because you're playing sniper D.Va. Let's go. Take the angle.
Yep.
Take the angle. Go left. Go top left, or go inside right. You know what? You know what? I like it because what's going to happen when you turn around right now?
They've all got to turn around.
This is it, right? See, the difference here is did you dive a target here? No. You dove a position. So then the difference between that is you didn't take near as much damage on entry. You see that? Look at your HP because you're not blowing right through the middle of the enemy team. The difference is also, look at your booster cooldown. 4, 3, 2. And so if things do go poorly here, you're going to have time to get out again. You notice that?
Yep.
This is so good. This is so good. Now, you could have gone here and off-angled the tank. That would also have been very good. Either one would have worked. But I'm just happy that you took a position. This is great. This is so much space. The only problem here is a little bit of the micro. Let's talk about the micro here. Okay, so first things first. Missiles, yes. What was the major problem here in terms of the matchup?
I probably should have used Matrix or held Matrix a little longer.
Yeah. Just open with Matrix. You didn't Matrix really at all. So you Matrix a little bit on opener, and then there needs to be Matrix plus missiles here. So you could do both the damage and the Matrix here, right? It's because that completely chunks your armor because you take 3 people's damage plus hinder plus fan the hammer. But you see it? Look at the kill feed. Look at the frontline pressure. Look at the little red arrows here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 red arrows. And if you had played this better, you would have actually taken almost literally no damage. Literally no damage. I mean, that was gorgeous. That was freaking amazing D.Va positioning right there. Well done. Good stuff.
Thanks,
no sniper D.Va. Now, you have another choice here. You can, with where this fight's going to happen, I want you to predict. This is going to be really pressing your skill here. Predict the tank line angle predict the backline angle. What do you think?
So for my angle and my backline's angle, or their enemy's angle?
As in, when we talked about here, where we were like, you could take this angle and shoot the front line.
Yep.
Or you can take this angle and shoot the back line. What's going to be that front line angle here with where this fight's likely to break out?
I think the kind of the main is kind of like, most people who can't fly are going to come down to this corner to try to do damage.
Right. So then where should you be to front line angle if you want to front line angle?
Kind of over there where that little post. I'm pointing at my screen, like you can see. Over by that little round thing.
On the like here?
No. Sorry. Further down the road, like over by those. Yeah.
Oh, like here?
Maybe a little further up would be main, but I kind of more expect like my teammates to be shooting there or up at that little notch in there. And then, like I'm
gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I actually think where you're at is the front line angle.
Oh, okay.
Think about it for a second. What defines an angle?
Just kind of separating attention. Like
from who?
Stacking,
from who? From where?
From the enemy team. Just taking attention away from my backline.
Right. So where's your backline coming from? You see
right
it?
There on main on the card.
On this direction. Most of them. Some of them are spreading here. So when you're here, you're not really helping that. You're just stacking. So with you here, where does the Orisa look? Where does the Symmetra look?
All look in the same place.
Right. They either look this way or they look this way. They can't do both. And not only that, but can the backline shoot you if they go stay up top? You see it?
Yes.
No, they can't. Look.
Wait.
You see it?
around this wall.
Yeah. So this is perfect. This is exactly what you want from a frontline angle. You don't have to dive here.
Okay.
But like, let's say that you did.
Yeah.
Could you dive from here? Could you go for a backline angle here?
I feel like I could. I think that's what I'm staging for. I'm setting up.
Yeah. How would that look?
I would probably kind of similar to the other dives, try to like dive, maybe sneak around that little back stairway a little bit, and also try to go as high as I can. Yeah.
I mean, this is hard. Okay, like let's be honest. Like you're not hitting this one out of the park, but it's not because you're stupid. It's just because this is hard.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, it's difficult, but what we're looking for is not complicated. All we're looking for is what? With D.Va positioning, whether it's backline or frontline. What's convenient? What makes a good D.Va positioning?
Yeah.
Two things.
So, I mean,
an angle and short range. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. And an angle is dependent on your team. Where is my team? Can I set up a bit of a crossfire? Even if it's just 30 degrees. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes. This will work. Now, do you notice that you could have stayed here and angled and destroyed the Sojourn? Do you notice that you could have sat here and angled on the Orisa? Same value. Same thing. Your choice. But I don't mind this.
Yeah.
Great use of your missiles. Now, just fly away.
Yep.
Grab the Mega, and you're cooking. Good stuff. I love the Symmetra swap. They're mad.
Yeah.
They're mad. Are you on an angle right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at where your Juno is. Look at where your backline is. Look at this. Where is this Symmetra supposed to go? Are you playing short range onto the targets that you're shooting right now? Yep. You're in the Symmetra's face. Light her up. All you needed to do there was shoot.
Yeah.
You matrix the Symmetra. And also, frankly, if things start to go south, just fly away.
Yeah.
You're too slow to fly away, that's all. That being said, you're still going to win this fight. Because you died for the attention. You just didn't do anything with it. That's all.
Yeah.
Play. Get that pistol going. You need to just be popping a couple of pellets here. We need your mech back. Like even this here, it's worth it it's honestly it's worth it for you to die instead. Either you die or you get it back, one or the other, but either way you'd be back here.
Yeah.
Is this gonna work? I want you to use your ears and just think, where's my team? Where's the enemy team? Is this gonna be an angle? Listen.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
I think so too. I think there's teammates on your left, and so I think you're going to be. Is this going to be a front lane or a back line angle? Predict it.
Backline.
Back line. Is this bad or is this good?
I feel like it's good.
Are you boosting for a position or a target?
Position.
Position, so this is going to work. Now, the only problem is that I think you're down 1 or 2, so I don't think you're going to win this fight, but I think on paper, this is going to look good, and let's find out. And yes, and there it is. You see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Really, really good. Juno's here, Venture's here, you're on backline. It's not going to work, I don't think, but the idea of what you're doing is really good. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And again, by the way, look at the boosters. 2 seconds, because you boosted for position first. I mean, that's insanity. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You guys are winning. Yeah. This is a 2v5. This is a 2v5. Incredible. I mean, you had no business even coming close to winning that one. So I think, poor reading of you of the battlefield, I guess, for like, but great positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, great positioning. Beautiful job. All right, you got a choice here. Again, do you want to frontline angle here? Or do you want to go for backline from this position here? I want you to give me an answer for both. So for backline angle, let's not, obviously we know we're just going to fly and, it's fine. Okay.
Right.
But let's think about the frontline angle here for a second, just to force you to think. Okay. So you know where your Venture is, you know where that Orisa is, you know where the backline is, you know where your team is likely to come from, kind of pushing this direction. So if you want a frontline angle on this Orisa, in the next like 5-10 seconds, where would you go?
I kind of this stairs right here where we're looking. I feel
so like shoot here, right?
Yeah.
So you shoot here. Maybe your backline shoots here. Okay, then the Orisa's going to back up to here. Okay, so let's say the Orisa backs up to here. Then where's the front line angle from here for you? So I'm the Orisa right now.
Probably over to those stairs on the right.
Yeah, because where's your backline?
Backline's going to be coming around that corner.
Right, so then the Orisa looks at you here, but she doesn't look at your backline. So you poke out the Orisa from here. Now, what's the great part about this? If you want to go for a backline angle from this angle here, can you?
Oh, yeah.
Zoom. And you notice how this works out. This is it kind of like one good angle sets up another. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. This is like chess. It's like chess is what it is. So the problem here is that you've got a deep angle here, but you've actually just opened yourself to get shot in the back from behind here. It's not pretty. And you're down a few too as well. Maybe? No. It was a good ult, but I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, maybe just get out here. Can you grab the mega? Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, we don't even have to go over like what angle is the right one because like you got a choice. Now, what would educate you to go for backline here versus frontline? What are some factors to consider? Because we've already established what the proper angle is for what situation. But when would you go for backline here? Like, is this appropriate? Like, what would educate this versus what would educate this? What factors?
I think... I think maybe... I guess it depends more on what my team is doing. Is my team engaged or not? If my team is engaged, then I could probably more safely die the backline.
Yeah, okay.
If they're far back like they are, I should probably maybe hold a frontline angle. Okay.
Works for me. What else? What about selfish factors? What about like the status of the enemy team? What kind of stuff would you consider?
Yeah, if everybody's kind of up and it looks like they got 3 ults too, it's like I'm probably gonna die if they turn.
What about your ultimate? Does that influence frontline versus backline angle?
Yeah, I think my ultimate, if I have it, I think I'd always want to go for the backline angle.
Okay, if possible, right? It may not always be possible, but yeah, absolutely. What about if somebody's low on backline, right? What about status of CDs? Like if, for example, like in this situation here, you see a broken pylon or you see Moira fade, if you see an opportunity for backline angle, okay, that backline is now more vulnerable to being killed, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. It's also a matter of convenience too, right? Like this backline angle made a lot more sense than going for frontline because where was the Orisa and where was the backline? Do you see the difference here?
Yeah, backline's closer.
Right, so go for the backline angle, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not even there permanently, but like look at how much space that you created. Look how much pressure you took off your team to allow them to rotate here. And then you even do it again, right? Like I think if anything, you could have done it sooner, right? Just kind of pressure a little bit and so on. So yeah, that's good. Yep, it's fine. I think overall here, what's happening is like overall your strategy has been okay with how you're positioning. Mostly it's been okay. It's just you're not quite executing the mechanics. Again, here, you probably should be considering front backline angle here just because of the position that you have. Now, you notice that, do you need to booster in now?
No.
No. Why?
At range.
Are you right? You're at range. Are you on an angle right now? This is a very important question. Why?
Because they're looking at my venture.
Because venture has the angle, so you don't need to. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So you don't need to booster onto the angle. In fact, boostering onto venture would be losing the angle.
Yeah.
It's just mismanagement of resources. That's all.
Yeah.
And because you don't have boosters, you're not able to quickly enough get behind cover, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
Go for backline again. You got bomb soon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you lost the Cassidy, frick. And now you're too far. You're boostering for a target, not a position. Where should you booster for an angle here, frontline or backline? Where's the angle? So first off, where's your team, right? You know that there's some teammates behind you. You know there's a teammate here. Where do you go? Let's say that you're totally unaware of the EDR in Cassidy, okay? Because you are, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the obvious solution here. But like, let's say that everybody from the enemy team is here. Where do you go?
Yeah. The kind of stairs on the left, just underneath the small health pack.
So like here?
Yeah.
You got it. Is it an angle? Yes. Is it short range? Yes. Is it aggressive on backline? Yes. But what's the status of your ultimate?
It's almost there.
It's there. So you're going to get bomb here. So go for the backline angle here. Don't booster for a target here. This ends up being okay, but you don't need to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not such a good ultimate. Or pull, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think about this off angle here?
I think it's a good angle.
I think it is too. I think it is too. What's the only problem with this angle right now, from a holistic standpoint? Do you see the problem?
Team's too far away.
Team's too far away. Your team's in spawn. Give them just like 2 seconds, right?
Okay.
So what I would do is I think again, this is the second time this has happened, where you've taken a good position, but you just didn't have the manpower to back you up, because you're going to get demacked here, I think. But if your Juno was here, if your Venture was here, this would be perfect. Like, this is really good. I think this is good. And heck, you even back out. Like you even gave up the space. This is good. This sucks, because I think you played this fight really well. Okay, let's look at the other code here. Any questions?
No, this is giving me some good stuff to think about too, and I guess kind of putting into words things that I was kind of intuitively doing, but that helps me focus on it more.
Sure.
Rather than just kind of letting my brain run on autopilot.
Yeah. Focus on the short range angle. I don't care if it's frontline. I don't care if it's backline. Booster to the position that makes the sense with where the enemy team is and where your team is. That's all. So where is your team right now? Where is the off angle? Predict.
Team's coming down main. Yeah.
So
this is A angle.
This is A angle. Oh my days. What is going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to close the distance here. But this is technically an angle. Yeah. So you see it? You got pressure here. You got pressure here. You got pressure here. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, you're just down a bunch, that's all. Do you notice why is this peeling feeling better than diving?
Because it's more convenient.
It's more convenient, right? With where the backline, right? With where the backline has been, those guys were too far, right? And also, like, there's no real good angle to access this over here when you're here. Like, there's no like, oh, I could just booster up top here and then shoot. No, there's just nothing there. So it's like you just take what's convenient. Now, this Ana has walked forward, so if you see an opportunity here, what could you booster to here instead? You know where your team is. Where's the angle?
I could booster over to the Ana.
You could.
That's still an angle. Cause
okay.
Right.
Sure. But remember, I want you to boost your position first, not target.
Sure.
Where's the angle?
I could go on top of that bus.
Oh, yes. Where's your team? Look at this here. You could booster here. Heck, you could booster here. And then go for the Ana.
Yeah.
You see it? Just a little bit more cover, a little bit better use of your booster CD. Yeah, that's it. You see, this is where your peeling is bad, because is this convenient position-based peeling? No, you're running away. You had value right in front of you. Heck, you could have stayed here if you'd like to, but you're backing up. You're backing up, and so you're losing space. You're losing space. You're losing space. The dive is killing. Okay. Position-based tanking. Where could you go now? Let's say the venture. Oh, let's say the venture's. Okay, let's say where you go. Where do you go now? Do you need to go anywhere? Are you on an angle?
Yeah.
Yeah, the D.Va's boosted into the angle. The only thing I would say here is minor thing is if you could tuck into this room here.
Yeah.
Utilize the cover on the side. Oh, and by the way, who should you peel here? Who should you peel?
I went after the tank, but I kind of looking at now. I kind of want to go after the Sombra.
Why?
Because she's gonna cause problems for our team. She wants to go to the back line too. Also, if she's gonna dive over there, she's gonna use her translocator. So then she'll be down a cooldown. It'll be easier to kill.
Yeah, I want you to start thinking a little bit more like a caveman. Okay. Because you gave me a lot of good reasons, but none of them are as important as the most important reason, which is that who's closer here, D.Va or Sombra?
D.Va.
By how much?
A little marginal amount.
Marginal amount.
Yeah, half. Yeah.
Now who's closer?
The Ana.
Right? Or the Sombra, right? Like the answer is that it's not the D.Va, okay? So then when you peel here, you've seen 2 targets, actually 3 targets, right? And you chose the one that's not only
the wrong one. Yeah.
Not only the one that's technically furthest away, but also the one that is the least likely to die, right?
Yeah.
Whereas all 3 of these targets are threats to your team. All of them are. So why go for the tank here? So remember, we only go for tank when it's a matter of convenience, right? Or that's the angle. So if you could choose to pressure any target, just choose the one that's closer, especially if it's a squishy. You see the problem here?
Yep.
And look what happens in the kill feed. You see it?
Yeah.
The Ana gets the kill, right?
Yep.
So focus the squishies when you can choose squishies or tanks. You focus tank when the squishies are too far away. That's the rule. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Set up your position. You know where this fight's going to happen. It's probably going to be somewhere around this corner. What the frick was that? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Look at your HP.
Yeah. I think did I take a little bit of the bomb? Is that what
You took the full brunt of the bomb.
Yeah.
You took everything on the bomb. Like, oh my days. Oh my gosh, that is insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I heard it and I was trying to get away. I just also didn't see where it was coming from.
Good.
Looking at it now, she threw it over the building.
Yeah. Good job focusing the Juno there. Again, you had Juno and D.Va close, so go for the Juno. Good. Yeah, she's close, so just ruin her day. Where's your position? Where's your angle? You know where your team is. Your team is somewhere in this vicinity here, so where should your angle be?
I could fly up through that window and take that.
Fly up through the window.
Right,
Pressure the tank from here. Pressure the backline from here. Your choice.
Yeah.
And there it is. You see it? Sure. Do you notice, again, this is kind of like more like, I know you're boostering technically the Ana, but again, it feels like you're boostering a position first, which is good. Why? Because this position is useful.
Anyway.
Right, this position is useful, right? This is close range. It's an angle. It's a bit of a split. There's cover here as well. This is a mistake. Why?
I think I was originally thinking, okay, I've taken too much damage, need to get out towards my team, but I could have gone towards my Juno right there to the right and have been safer.
Well, that's the enemy Juno.
No.
It's replay code stuff. Yeah. My point being is that what's closer right now?
The Juno.
Or
now that I see that she's
Ana,
my enemy.
or Venture, I don't care. You have bomb. Stick to the angle. Make the play, right? Don't go back. You're gonna get demeched here probably anyway. right?
Yeah.
So you might as well get demech on the position that you want. Remember, the rule is dive or set up on the position.
Yeah.
Okay, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Number 1, where's my team? Number 2, set up or dive a position or an angle. Don't worry about the target. Number 3, and finally, once you're on that position or angle, do not worry about target priority. Just shoot what's there. That's it. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
And once you do that, you're cooking.
Yeah.
Do you have a little bit of extra time today? Hang on, let me make sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm tempted to try something. Like, wait, where's my? I'm supposed to have another session here, but this guy is. Okay, this guy is not messaging me here. So I wanna do like and watch another team fight or two, and I want to narrate. I might actually play a little bit Overwatch myself. I've never actually done this before. I'm gonna try something. Okay, let's finish this out. Good. Okay, so let's follow that 3-step process. Where is your team right now?
They're with me. They're
with you.
Kind of stacking this angle.
They're all gonna push through this choke here. So you need to find your angle and you need to dive that angle. Where is the angle that you need to be right now?
Bus on top of bus would be good.
Yeah, give me another one.
Maybe inside the shop window up top.
Yeah, perfect. Right, split the attention. Once you're on bus, who's your target?
Venture.
When you're in shop, who's your target?
Ana.
You see how easy this is?
Yeah.
Now, the key thing is recognizing it in the moment. It's hard.
Right.
But you fail to take the position. You fail to take the angle. So you notice now that because you failed to take the position, you're very late to actually contributing anything.
Yeah.
All right, let's do next fight. Let's just keep following that 3-step process. Where's your team?
We're all kind of on main.
Right. So then what position can you take here? There's not a lot of obvious ones, right? But even if it's just a little bit of an off angle, where could you go?
I can fly through that room, that doorway to the right.
Okay, so what's your target priority?
Or this one I was talking about this one right.
This one here? Yeah. So then you get to this, you get to here, right? Is this an off angle right here?
It is an off angle.
It is an off angle. Do you have cover? Yes. It's awkward, but it's there. So then what do you shoot once you're here?
That D.Va looks like they're pushing in, so I'll probably shoot the D.Va.
Should probably shoot the D.Va, and then as the D.Va leaves, then what do you shoot?
Like probably that Ana, the Venture.
Ana, Venture, your kind of choice here, like really dealer's choice
here.
Or so
behind that taxi.
You could. Why is this the correct play? You failed to set up an angle. Screw you. But why is this the correct target to be shooting, even though you made a mistake?
Because she's the closest.
Because she's closest.
Else is far away.
See, she did what you did earlier on Circuit Royale First Point. Remember the Junkrat, where she just flew in for no reason. She didn't set up an angle. She just dove a target. Okay, let's do this again. Set up an angle. Where's your team?
Team is coming out of spawn. There's that Sombra over there on her angle, but she's about to die.
So then where's your angle here? You got 2 choices.
I could just keep going up the stairs and shoot out that window. Where
Backline angle or frontline angle where? Where would you frontline angle?
Probably just right here.
Just walk forward to here. Yeah, exactly. My team's here. They look at me here. They're not looking here. If they look at me here, then they're not looking at me here. And then once you're here, who do you shoot?
Tank.
Tank. Here. You shoot tank. What do you shoot from here? Obviously, Venture. Venture leaves. Then what do you shoot?
Juno
or Venture, whoever's accessible. You got it. You got it. I don't hate this. This is you cheating, right? But somebody's but if you see an opportunity, it's okay. Like this is like a classic D.Va. If you see an opportunity, you can break the rules. Who do you shoot here? Venture. Venture leaves. Who do you shoot here? D.Va. Now Juno. This is where you're forcing a bit of a target, but you really didn't have to. You forced to chase the Venture, but yeah, okay, let's keep going here. Where's your team?
Team is behind me. They're probably. They're all the way over there.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was never gonna work.
Yeah.
Let's actually wait till we get a clean team fight here. Okay, this one looks okay. Are you on an angle?
Yeah.
Who should you shoot?
Tank right now.
There you go. Are you on an angle?
Yep.
Where should you rotate from here, and who should you shoot?
The Ana, the backline.
Walk to backline, shoot backline, Juno, or wrap to Ana. Your choice. Why is it even more attractive right now? What's the status of your ultimate?
I have it.
You have it, so you can cook.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Where's your team?
They're on the other side of this,
Right.
train car.
Why is this peeling the proper play?
It's convenient. I didn't see the rest of the Divas team.
Right. So you're going to go peel back this diva. Now, I don't even know what she does here. I don't know if it was a hack or... Oh, no, your Hanzo just overextended, and he got hacked. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But even despite that, this Devo still might get punished for that. Why is this the play here? Look who's here.
Everybody's equal range, and there's a Sombra, and so...
Yeah, why not? Yeah. So your Hanzo made a huge mistake, but this is still potentially winnable. I think you played this fight fine. This is fine. Where's your team?
And on the other side of this bus, on the other
Right.
side of the train.
So where's the angle?
Probably actually just right where I'm at on this.
Right
side
where
of the
you're
bus.
at? Right
Yeah,
here?
or on top.
Or top? You got it. You got it. This is fine. It's an greedy angle, and I will say you kind of force the baby diva instead of just shooting, honestly, whatever's convenient. Which is why it's like feels really ugly, but you get away with greed because you have bomb. So you get remeched on, which freaking sucks, but actually the play still works because the angle was still decent. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough.
Yeah.
Sure. It's a little bit deep with where your team is positioned is my concern.
Yeah.
Right. The good news is that your team is fighting at the same time, so they did get a couple of trades. Let's keep going here. You're just late. Sure. She was there, so why not? Where's your team?
Team is gonna be on the other side of this brick building.
Right.
Yeah.
So kind of like congregating here. So where's the position to be?
On top of bus.
Top of bus or the bridge, right? Somewhere along those lines. And so don't booster there, booster here, booster here.
Yeah.
And then when the fight sets up, you're either going for backline, you're trading the tank, you're wrapping here, you're set up. The problem is that there isn't that proactive taking of space, right? Looking for the position. Like, you don't necessarily need to fight right now, but yeah. Okay. This is a bit of a messy fight. Let's get one more regroup here and let's check this out. Oh. I'll take it. All right. Where's your team? Well, actually, you know what? This is kind of unfair because you have to worry about point a lot here, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So we'll zoom through this, but I don't know how much there's going to be to learn. If somebody else can handle cart, if you could control this angle here, that would be very useful for your team. But it's very awkward. Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox here. Previous session.
Yeah, when it gets into overtime, I am like sometimes a little lost on if I should stay on point or if I should leave. If like the person, I don't trust the person who is taking cart to stay alive oftentimes.
Yeah, and I understand. All right, let's narrate step 1, step 2, step 3. I want you to coach me, all right?
Okay.
All right. So we're just going to roll a quick play game because it's easy. We'll turn up the game audio a little bit so you can hear it a little bit better. How's that for you?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. I might get rolled. I'm bad at Diva mechanically.
Okay.
But remember the 3-step process. What are the steps?
Is know where your team is.
Yes.
Dive the position.
Yes.
And shoot who's available.
That's it. Now the key thing is the second step you can skip if you're already set up, right? If I have the time to set up, I don't even need to use my boosters to get there.
I prefer to walk alone, but I suppose you will Keep the plan. Divergence leads to defeat.
Why am I here?
Comes from within, as does faith.
Why am I here?
Because this is an angle. Your team is going to be on the road. You have cover.
So I'm here. You see it?
Yeah.
So is this going to be an angle? Yes. What am I going to shoot from here? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, that guy looks good.
Back out. So I think I lost track because I think they wrapped around right side and I lost awareness and I shot tank even though there's a DPS close. I think that's my mistake. Oh, frick. So, good representation of how you should practice. I'm mad. I misplayed, but you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All I'm practicing is this 3-step process. If I screw it up, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over there. No.
Engage this enemy.
Forward barrier activated.
Engaging the enemy.
You gotta pin me.
Oh no, you got out.
Are you good enough?
Neutralizing projectile.
Eating his healing. Shoot him in the back, and he's dead.
Nice.
Where's my team? Again, reevaluate. Now look at how my team is rotated further away. You see this? So is this angle gonna work?
It's gonna be harder.
Yeah, I might need to back off a little bit further. I think that was one of my mistakes earlier, so I'm gonna rotate my angle to better match where my backline is. I can't deal with that, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Nice.
I'm willing to even use cooldowns here. He might have shatter here. He's probably looking for a shatter. We're gonna shoot. Gonna shoot me or my backline. Even if I get shattered here.
Yeah.
You see that? Look at his HP. Look at his HP.
You can, yeah. There you go.
Ah. Why am I shooting Reinhardt? Why am I shooting Reinhardt? Why not? You know, I could have gone for the angle on Hanzo, and that would have been okay as well. But even if I dove the Hanzo, it would have been more diving this angle here instead. It would have been so much diving the Hanzo as diving that angle instead. Where's my backline? Again, further back, so I'm going to back off accordingly. Like the least mechanical, properly executed diva you're ever going to see, but it works.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Goodbye, he says. All right, I have bombs, so more backline angle.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep. Oh my gosh. What a... Oh, I thought he was going to shatter me.
Yeah.
That was a bad bomb. Spylo, my YouTube brother, why did you dodge that? He says.
He's mad. Is that the Zen, right?
I think it's a Zen, yeah.
Yeah.
All that to stagger. I'm getting coached from 2 people. All right, we're down 1 here. I might be able to peel my Widow out here. Never mind. I'll set up my angle a little bit here. Close range angle here with where my team is positioned. I can't go super aggressive just yet because obviously we're down a few here. I don't want to use my micro missiles just yet if I can, because I think I'm going to go for backline here soon. It's just too far from the Genji. I'm getting poked out. You notice that?
Yeah.
Look at this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Just melt the tank.
Different close range angle. You see it? I didn't. I wanted to dive that Ryan, but I didn't, because that would have put me in the open. What do I shoot? I nade. Get out. I'm getting low. Different backline angle here, because I think I can get an angle on this Bastion. YouTuber moment, I guess. We miss nade.
Holding up, G. Thank you. I'm sorry. Let's launch that payload. My pleasure.
Change my angle,
Engage this enemy.
because I think he's overextended. This is me cheating because he's just so out of position.
Yeah. That's the rule, right? If you see an
Yeah,
opportunity,
yeah,
go for
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, frick. I lost him. Do
almost
you notice,
got
though,
him.
that I didn't necessarily dive the Bastion? I dove above the Bastion,
Yeah.
right? Okay, where's my team? Where should I play? What do you think? What do you think? Is this
I
good?
like either one of the angles you've been holding, this one or the little nook over there where you went
Okay.
that one time.
So over here?
No.
Oh,
in
over there.
the hotel inn,
Yeah. What do you think about this position right now, with what I know?
They've got to kind of choose one of the chokes to come out of,
Uh-huh.
and this one you can kind of shoot both.
He's gonna shatter.
No one can hide from my sight. Nothing gets past me.
EMP activated.
Oh, man. I might get pinned here. Why did that fail so miserably? What did I have? Was I diving a position or a target?
I think you were diving a target, like the
Yeah,
back line.
it was messy regardless, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cried.
I
Why
don't know
did...
if it would have worked, but when,
Yeah.
when you guys were all fighting in that corridor, I wanted you to like throw your bomb behind the tank.
I actually think that would have been a pretty interesting play. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, so
The rocket
where...
could turn around with shields.
So where's my next angle? Like, before I even walk out of spawn here, predict where I should rotate to.
I like on top of that building up there.
I like it
Looks
too.
seems
I
there's
like
a
it too.
Genji.
Let's wait till we get some helps here. Here's deflect. So I take the position. Now what do I shoot? What should I shoot here?
And that Juno's kind of rotating away. Or the Ana.
Yeah, yeah.
Forward barrier activated.
I'm not gonna force it.
Nothing gets past me.
Now what? Where do I go? It's too far away.
Yeah, I could jump in the ult. Ult melt shield.
You see how it was? The problem was I was too far away. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Enemy spotted.
There's an Ana and a Ryan in here. I don't know if I can actually push him in there. Okay, I think I can.
Oh.
It's all right. It's all part of the strat.
Yeah.
But you notice how, like, the problem was not the angle that I took up top. The problem is that as they rotated away from me, I needed to rotate to a different angle and I didn't. So I just bled so much HP.
Yep.
Step one is what?
Know where your team is. Recognize where your team
Know where your team is. Step two,
is. Dive a position, not a target.
set up, or dive a position, not a target. Close range off angle. Step three,
Shoot who's available.
shoot what's convenient / available. That's it. Any questions?
No, that's good. Good stuff to focus on.